Prime Minister Modi has met his Pakistani counterpart Nawaz Sharif in Paris just a short while ago. All of this took place at the Global Climate Change Conference. Now, the two leaders shook hands right ahead of that big conference and sat down for a fairly animated conversation. I beg your pardon. Now, this is being seen as an icebreaker in the relationship between the two countries that have locked horns in recent past over several issues, including terror. But whether the handshake and this conversation will lead to anything more constructive, more concrete, well, that remains to be seen. This is their first meeting since Haifa in July 2015. Since then, the talks between the two countries have broken down at least twice. The NSA level and the Foreign Secretary level talks were cancelled in a span of a year. It's not quite clear whether the two leaders will hold some sort of a formal meeting on the sidelines of the climate conference. All right, would like to cut across Smita Sharma, our deputy editor, joining us for more details on what seems to be an apparent climate change at the conference there, with both the Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif handshake in that conversation that they had that you can see on your television screen. Smita, how is it being interpreted here?
Well, Preeti, you spoke of climate change, but remember, when you talk about glacial meltings, it's never considered, of course, very positive for the world environment. So one can only sort of look at it with a lot of caution here, because, I've just been through this cycle so many times, invariably now between India and Pakistan. They go through these moments of a lot of happiness, a lot of sadness, accusations, and also these top political leaders meeting, of course, on the sidelines of multilateral summit. There will be a handshake, maybe a statement or two in terms of, it could just be a verbal statement given out by the Minister of External Affairs spokesperson later on when he addresses the press at around 10 o'clock India time. But will this lead to a change in situation at the moment? At best, maybe this could open a window of opportunity for a next level of talk to happen, perhaps either in Islamabad or along the sidelines of some other multilateral summit, given the fact that, if Pakistani leaders were to travel to Delhi, they would once again be faced with that dilemma, keeping in mind their domestic compulsions and constituency, that how can they come on the record and say that we will not engage with the Hurriyat or not talk about Kashmir. So that doesn't really leave too much of an option for both the sides, who are under a lot of international pressure at this point to be seen as engaging. Smita,
that's what I was coming to, because all of this seems to be fairly cyclic. We see this every 2 years, and the policies that are followed in the domestic level extremely different than what we sometimes maybe visually witness at the international level.
Yes, and it's very, very unfortunate, for countries which are considered to be matured in today's day and time, Preeti. When we see Narendra Modi engaging, he has had several, in fact, pull-asides or meetings on the sidelines of multilateral summits with various leaders, even in COP21, where he is, of course, meeting Barack Obama as well, with whom he has had several meetings since the time he took office. You do expect some sort of a movement that happens, It's not really about ice-breaking, but that is what India-Pakistan relations have been reduced to for various reasons, which are not a secret at all when it comes to the international community. But the same international community that does expect Pakistan to talk, remember, will not look down upon Pakistan and say that we will not engage with you because you're not acting upon a Lashkar-e-Taiba, or of course those other organizations, Hizbul Mujahideen, that have taken shelter on your soil, or are creations, in fact, of your intelligence agencies, and are waging a war across the border. Because for them, Pakistan has a different significance when it comes to different wars being waged at the point. So India will have to deal with it, with its own internal security mechanisms, of course, being strengthened, and also trying to look at opportunities, maybe a kind of scenario right now where we see no assembly elections at least popping up immediately.
Smita, diplomacy, as we've seen over the years, has been a tightrope walk. Even if you look at the two leaders, it's all constructed. The fact that they're sitting down having this conversation doesn't seem it's impromptu. It's all constructed, because even if you go back, the last time the two leaders came face to face was the UNGA, where at best what we saw was just, waving of the hands to each other.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Smita, I'm afraid, I'm really afraid.
Nisagama manipamaga nipamaga sanipamani sapasa. जहाँ तक याद आती रहेगी